Today I want to talk to you about the truth. The truth about who you're blessed to be. Man, being, woman, the true authentic self. And to talk to you about this, I want to talk about your blood, your liquid consciousness. You might say, what do I mean by this? Surprisingly, your blood is liquid consciousness, and it glows, and it knows. If I can explain to you as a vessel, your body is like a van, and in your van you can pull up with an empty van, or you can pull up with a full van. And what I mean by full is that I'm going to provide in my van all the tools that I need to do to build a house. So this means I need plumbing, this means I need electric work, this means I need grafting, I need to dig, I need to be able to have some tools to place two materials together, like brickwork. I have to have enough room in my van to be able to create whatever I can. Now listen, the body is the van, but the person, the being inside the van is the blood. You see? So like if I'm driving my van and the sun shines on me, the sun shines me. It makes me glow. It doesn't make the van glow. The van, if anything, gets duller. But I glow from the inside out of the van. And I've got intelligence. I can have all the tools I need because I've learned them. And how have I learned them? Through repetition, by following other people, following ancestors, following, learning. Who's learning? Who's remembering? My blood. My blood remembers. Because my blood, when I go for a run, knows what to do. It's adapted and evolved because it knows what I need to do. It knows what organs I need to be pulling and pushing from. It's the blood. Liquid consciousness. So I'm in my van, and I drive to a hilltop, and I choose where to go. You can almost say this is also a cell, a super cell inside of your body. So like if you look on the road and you see all the different cars on the road, some don't have any tools in them, some do have tools in them, some just have children in them, they've got other cells in them, they're portering around all these other cells. So we've got all these different lives, all going in the same direction. One's going towards and one's coming back. So from my house, I leave my house, I go in one direction, and when I come back to my house, I go in the other direction. Is that not a circuit? And what does the blood do? Is that not the same? Do you see, we live in harmonious state without even realizing. Do you realize that we're just one big organism, and we are cells in the organism? So I could have 20 people in a room, 2 of them be bad, 16 ain't got a clue, and the rest with wisdom and wise. But the bad ones could be good at something. They could be good at bad. And the clueless are just the sheep. They haven't been awoken yet. They need more work. Wisdom ones are ready for the ones who fall. take him over to the other side and go, look, it's a whole big game. The whole thing's a game. So, I want you to look at it like this. If I wake up and I go to work with my van, with all my tools in it, to go and create something, to build, like a flow, like blood, I'm glowing from intelligence, and when the sun hits me, I radiate, not the van, I do, which is the heart inside of me, which is the blood. The van doesn't. The sun, remember what I said, the van just dulls down. It might be able to shine back here, but eventually it'll dull. But my skin goes brown. That's your blood. That's your aura. That's your shine. Better more. If I'm able to do this and go around and try to do good in the world, try to be the observer, what's it then to suggest that bad practices inside one's body could do the same thing? So just imagine your cells in your body, in the blood, the liquid consciousness, the one that gives you the breath, the one that gives you life, the heart that beats simultaneously on a beat and keeps you there, keeps you aware. Have you ever seen a tarantula who takes down all the little insects, takes them all down, and then a hornet, that one who wants to eat the tarantula? Now the tarantula eats everything, anything like that, but there's one it don't like, and it knows when it meets it, it's going to die. But how does it know that? How does it know that? Because it's going to die. It's not going to be able to tell the other side, the other people, the other spiders. They're going to tell them. It's going to die. So how does it know to run? It's got fangs. Why doesn't it attack it? Because it's in its blood. It's in its blood. It has memory. Your blood has memory. All your ancestors are in your blood. So any good deeds or bad deeds that they've done, you now have to deal with it, because now you are on the stage, the plane of inertia. You are there, projected there. You're on stage. And you can play a great role in society. You can play a great role. You can spin people out. But if all your ancestors are inside of your blood, which are you, and you played the villain, you played the hero, isn't it about time that you start to deal with your blood? Because parasites, if I can just dive deep into this, parasites live inside your body. The same way that you go outside your house, you go to work, or wherever you go, you then come back. It's the same thing. Cities are created next to motorways. You are blood. You are electrically charged. That's why you get charged when you go and use your money. Money is a form of liquid consciousness, able to program the body to take away certain energies of yourself and create it to a charge of an electric circuit. So now we have motorways which link up big cities. Where are most of the people, and where do they go? Want to go out for the weekend? Where do they go? They go to the cities. I'm not saying that your aura that glows inside of you doesn't grow all the trees around you because you glow. That is true. But where do you charge go? Where do you go? Go to the city, pay. So for example, your blood does the same thing. It comes out from the heart, goes around the body. And when it goes around the body, there's parasites. And what the parasite would do, if it's able to nest, bearing in mind, some of them can lay over 1 million eggs a day. So one day can make a change. One day of bad practice can make a change. You can be knocked back a few days, a few weeks, to deal with these parasites. But yes, you have to have parasites in your body. Yes, a certain amount of fungal in your body. Yes, but we're saying don't let it consume you. Okay? Alkaline body with water is the best. If you've got skin problems, alkaline water on the skin, bathe in it. No moss, no fungal can grow on that skin. Pull it up from the earth, put it on you. Same inside. So, if these parasites are able to do the same thing that we do, because remember, you've got to see, a parasite's only intelligent because it takes your blood and it knows how you act. So it acts the same way you act inside of your body. So if I'm going to work every single day and I'm starting to build that, what do you think the parasite's going to be learning to do as well? It's going to be able to learn to build as well. Okay? And then the other thing is energy exchange. It takes my energy, I receive its energy. So then I start doing the same thing that the parasites like doing. So there's certain foods it likes to pull up, certain environments it likes. Once it starts to create a city inside of me, because it's like gone onto the blood, it's created a dam, and it's made the blood flow a certain way. You know, lots of people like to go for a workout because they want to sweat. Well, the parasite knows that when you have a workout, the blood gets thinner, and then it creates more blood. So like it goes back to its system, so it runs downstream to it. So then it starts to eat it. Oh yeah, what a lovely blood, because it's liquid consciousness. It gives you life. If your blood comes out of your body, you die. Right? It's liquid consciousness, and it's conscious. So you have all your ancestors inside of you. You have all of their parasites inside of you, because they would have created an environment for you to live in to make sure that the parasite carries on growing. Then you got to go, right, how do I deal with this parasite? Because now you're aware of it. 2 drivers inside of your head. You have one in the shade, one in the light. The one in the light is your higher self. The one in the shade is a parasite. That one sits in front. The prince of darkness sits in front. The king sits behind, and the queen. Your crown sits behind. This perpetrator in front. He's unaware that the perpetrator, parasite, is driving the ship. Unaware of it. Throw knowledge at it, throw stuff like that at it, the parasite wants to hide. That's when your higher self, king, true self, notice that there's someone sitting in the driving seat. Once you've got that attention of your higher self, you can then start taking down the parasite. Protocols are needed. Execution, exorcism, workouts is needed to take down the parasites which have been influenced you by birth. Sugar. Your mum having sugar, parasite. Alcohol is sugar, yeast. Certain parasites, so the Italians like pasta and salami. Yeah? The Irish like potatoes. Yeah, we can go all on about this. Starchy food, starchy food, starchy food. What do you think you're feeding? Is that man's food, or is that parasite's food? Do you see? It's an interesting fact. They're able to colonize the same way that we colonize. Because when we colonize, we're colonizing from our liquid consciousness. Memory. And then when it's able to tap inside of you, it's able to take our memory and become you as well. So how do you deal with this process? First of all, you have to adopt the ability to be able to observe both thoughts. The heart pumps outwards and inwards, two thoughts. Liquid blood, two thoughts. You, all your powers, can observe both the thoughts. Your hand does not observe you. Your breath does not observe you. You are detached from all, but you are all. Do you see? Intelligence is key, but don't go down that rabbit hole. Be wise about it. Drive your van, place as many tools as you can in your van, but know how to use the tools. You are the van, and inside of you is organs. Inside of you is blood. You control these. Learn it. Learn the machine that you're in. The blood is liquid consciousness. Learn it. It can do incredible things. So when you walk or run to a place, you can create just with your hands and form. You are the van, and inside of you is everything. We just live in a physical realm of you. Do you see? Cars, you can run, you can walk. Hands, I have tools in the back of my van, but I need my hands to work the tools. Ideas, right, you can be a librarian, you can be a doctor, you can be a builder, you can be a nurse, you can be family, you can be love, you can be hate, you can have to see all the different choices. But what I'm asking you to do is deal with the parasite inside of you and get some protocols going. Because for you to be you, you need to create some space for you to be you. So this is breath work. Create the space. Create a tidal wave of energy that goes inside of you. Feed your cells. Stretch your body. Imagine a spirit. Imagine a spirit next to you. An energy source of a spirit. And then you put this spirit into a human body. And the human body is age 33. You grab it and you put it in through the stomach. The spirit goes in there and then he starts to move the arms. But it's all new to him. So he's going to find it a little bit difficult to move. Okay? But then as he starts doing it more and more, he's able to take control of this vessel. And then the spirit becomes one with the vessel. And it's almost like it moves at the same speed of it telling itself to move. But you've mastered it. If you've got a tight back, the reason why you got a tight back, you haven't stretched. You haven't brought your awareness there. You haven't brought that spirit there. Okay, so bring the spirit down to that back. Got tight bad legs. Bring the spirit there. You got parasites, you feel like you're overweight, take the spirit there. The intelligence of the spirit will tell you what to do. But if you just want to go on autopilot, you carry on consuming. The parasites will take their room, they'll take their space. Every time you got to push back at it. Breath work, stretch, the right food. Intelligence is key. This is a big picture. You have a choice to go up or down in this world. Your ancestors have passed you down their bloodline. And they might have things that you have to deal with. Let's deal with them. Put them on the table. What do you know about yourself? What are you able to do? What have you achieved? What makes you feel great? What makes you feel sad? Let's decode you. When were you born? What star sign are you? Come on. When's the last time you closed your eyes and thought of nothing? Because when you were a spirit and you grabbed this vessel at 33 years old, you realized there was 2 drivers in it. Now, spirit, you were just a being and vibrating. Now you're in this body. It's 2 minds. Right and the left. Right eye, left eye. So take your moment to be you. Be the observer. Take a deep breath. Fill the body with what it needs to do to be alive. If you want to know where information comes from, it is the breath. How else do we send signals? And breath has everything in it. Atoms. It's got everything in it. So all the particles that you need. Because when I pick up my phone and I go on the internet, I have to go through space to find the information. I use signals to connect to the internet through what? Space. If I gave you tools to build a house, you'd build a house, but you would live in what? Space. You'd create space to live in. When you say, I need my own space, what are you referring to? Space. Breath is the key to your life. Breath is everything. Breath and stretch. Do it. Don't stop. Do it. And then start to do protocols. Start to have more awareness of who you are. See who you truly are. Your higher self. So, the next time you sit down for a moment, play some music. Fast for a little while. Create some space inside of you. Take up more deep breaths. Do some stretching. Bring that spirit to the attention of who you are. Be aware of the parasite inside of you, telling you what to do. That form. But be the supercell that you truly are. Be it. I love you. Love, live, and empathize. Take care. Decode you.